Hello everyone, I'm Never Done. Welcome to my channel. It's the weekly comic chat. So this week I drew Back to the Turtles. Turtles obviously are used for family comics. So anytime I need a family environment, I always go to the Turtles because the Turtles are only ones who seem to have a family. Everyone else is maybe genetically not predisposed to having a family unit. Vegetables, for instance, are not biologically family oriented, you know? Like carrots don't really have parents. I don't know how they work, but I mean, I totally know how they work and I've worked it all out, but yeah, they don't live in family units as such, the vegetables. So I got to go with the animals. We're going with the turtles here. Turtle guy, dad, who doesn't have a name, very Calvin Hobbesy, doesn't have a name. None of them have names, I think. Does anyone know if I named the kid? I know at least he's a boy, but don't know his name. Anyways, they're just having some together time. You guys see if you can work out the joke before the end of the comic. We got the dad playing a game, I think Xbox, with his kid. And hey, this is always a good quality activity for anyone to do during this quarantine time because, hey, what else are you going to do? Play video games, of course. And yeah, this is a very exciting day for him. This is the first time Baby Turtle has ever seen a video game. Obviously before, no screen time because you don't want to wreck your eyes, except for that comic like 2 years ago where you were wrecking your eyes on the TV. Anyways, learning how to play video games is a challenging skill. I remember when I was a kid and I saw this amazing game and it was like, I want to play it. I tried controlling it. It was hard to make the guy go left or right or up. Because I had to look at the keys on the keyboard and like, bop, bop. It was impossible to play. I died instantly and it was frustrating and I just gave up. I'm like, I'm never going to be able to play video games. This is too difficult. I'm done. As much as it looked awesome, it was beyond me. Anyways, years later, I obviously became a huge master and, yes, spent entirely too much time playing video games. So, that's what the dad here is trying to set his son's life course on, obviously, destroying his future by embedding it in endless video games where you don't actually accomplish anything terribly useful other than good hand-eye coordination and decision-making under stress. Those are arguably good skills. But for Baby Turtle, he's got to worry about turtle hunters with their straws. No, there's no turtle hunters in the turtle world. Although I should do more comics with them going out into the world. I keep meaning to do that, showing that there is actually other turtles in the world. I did it a few times. They were at like the mall, and you could see that there was other turtles, but often they're just at home. So like, they're like everybody else right now, stuck. How are you guys doing with your quarantine? Enjoying your walls, your window, your door? I hope so, because that's what we're all seeing a lot of. Sometimes I draw the text of the comics, but if it's a lot of text, I kind of like, I'm going to have to reword this to fit anyway, so I'm not really going to put the effort into making sure it all fits. In the smaller 4x4, no, 2x2 layout, I have a lot less space to work with as far as text. Still getting used to that, actually. I do like the 4 panels because it lets me tell a little bit more of a story. It is a little bit difficult to fit a lot of the concepts I'm trying to do in 3 panels. So having 4 is gives me some breathing room. So I think I'll be using it a little bit more. Not always. If I can get away with 3, it's nice to have the vertical space. But, you know, I was worried that 4 would be too much work because I tend to not reuse backgrounds across panels. So I'm just reusing backgrounds across panels to save effort here. Except for the last one, of course, because I need a different angle there because it's more dramatic. And, you know, you've got the dad, and he's just, he's over there on his sofa. And I still don't know how to draw sofas. I should probably pull up a reference. I never know how the arm connects to the back. Like, does it overhang? I don't think it overhangs, but if it doesn't overhang and it's round, how does that work? Maybe I just don't know what sofas look like in my head. So, that sofa is topologically wrong. Yeah. But we're gonna give it a pass because it's just a sofa. Yeah. Maybe somebody can build this in the real world and make me not incorrect. All you sofa builders out there, I know at least one of you thinks about being a sofa builder when you're older. It involves lots of bricks, clay, you know. So here we're going for a sort of monotone background, because I read somewhere that you shouldn't put too many different colors. So actually the wall is off blue, the baseboard is white, but everything else is that same shade of blue, so that we don't have competing colors in the background. The turtles are going to pop with their green because they have to be green. And yeah, I have this sort of dotty, well, it's not mine, it's Krita's, the dotty brush that kind of gives a good, like, what is it, carpet texture? I don't know if it's a great carpet texture, but it's good enough. It's for comics, it's what I want. It's just like this bubbly, foamy kind of texture that you typically have with carpets, because I'm a carpet person. I know hardwood is like the best, but no, I like walking on something that's soft, not something that's hard. I know hardwood looks better, but I just like, if I'm at home, I'm going to want to be comfortable, and a sofa on the floor, carpet is much more comfortable, and it's warmer. So, I don't know why you want hardwood everywhere. Certainly not stairs. If I'm going to fall down the stairs, I want to fall down carpeted stairs, not hardwood stairs. Not that I've fallen down them more than a few times. Here's me realizing the shape of that sofa makes no sense. But I shaded it anyways, so yeah. They're playing the game on a big widescreen TV. I'm leaving the TV space, the interior of it, empty because I'm planning on just dumping in a screen cap of some game that will hopefully play into the joke. I like doing that because then you guys can like be like, what game is it? So you can like identify with some particular game. The one with the bird sipping hot chocolate, watching Markiplier's I Am Bread. Somebody, that was small, and somebody picked it out, and that's impressive. Kudos out to whoever you are. Good work identifying that. I think you were on Instagram, but that was amazing. I was very impressed. Like, yes, you got it. And it wasn't large enough really to make out that well, so you got it that it was Markiplier, and you also got the episode. So, very, very good. Keep hitting the microphone. I like drawing the turtles. I have a certain process of, do the little ovally thing, the shell rim, which I don't think turtles actually have, but the shell rim provides where they are basically, and then the back of the shell if they're not facing directly at you. And then on a separate layer, the arms bits, because I know I'm going to have to erase all those bits. I'm not trying to get it right. I'm just going to erase stuff on the separate layers, because that's how things work. That's why you draw digitally, because you can be lazy and just draw over everything. So the turtles' heads are not particularly consistent in size. I went back and looked at some of my old comics for the turtles, and their heads were much bigger before. And now I've got them more thinner, so if I go read anybody's comic, it evolves over time. Exo Comics looks much better now than it did before. Penny Arcade, much better now than it did before. If you ever want to feel good about yourself as an artist, look at the old versions of famous people's work, and it's garbage. But they're really renowned and they're successful. So don't be afraid or ashamed of your terrible work. It is terrible, but if it's enjoyable, kind of that's really the point. It doesn't have to be the best. It just has to be kind of funny or whatever. A little bit fun to look at. You'll get better. So make your mistakes, because you have to go through the bad parts of your artistic career before you can get to the good parts. Just like you have to open the candy wrapper before you can get the candy. If you try to bite into the candy wrapper, it's just a mouthful of plastic and a little bit sharp. And you don't even get the candy, because my teeth though can't rip a Mars bar wrapper if you're not going at the end of it. I don't know about you. So open the wrapper before you bite into the chocolate. Unless you get one with the nuts, and that's just bad. That means you're in the wrong field. Don't get the nuts chocolate. This guy I'm drawing on a separate layer because I don't want to go to the effort of like erase. He's behind the background, which is rare. So he needs to be behind the background. So I've got the background as its own layer, although I have the wall as yet another layer. So I can sandwich Daddy Turtle on the sofa over on his own group of layers. It did require me jumping back and forth in a bit. You'll kind of see that in a second. It made it really inefficient to color, but whatever. I wanted to put some kind of clothes on the baby turtle here. It's kind of cold here in Canada, so we're wearing winter clothes, but I didn't think you guys would relate to winter clothes this late in the year, so I put just a ball cap because you can get away with going out with just a hat. That's fine. I noticed that the controller's changing in size. It's mostly consistent. But I did forget to draw the details on the first panel for the controller. We're going to get back to that. So, as with every single turtle, I don't have a palette. I just grabbed the first comic I ever did for the turtles, and that's what I used to get the colors. Because Daddy, Mommy, and Baby Turtle all have different colors for every bit of their body. I still haven't saved the color of their ridges on their chest, so I should do that. Because the first one was black, and I don't want it to be black. I just want it to be darker. So every single comic will be slightly differently toned, shaded for that part of them, but whatever. Same thing with the swirl on their shells. They all have a random swirl on their shell. Because again, I don't want to have to draw the brick pattern of turtle shells, and I don't think all turtles have the brick pattern. Do you have the same fingerprints as everybody else? No, some people have hexagons, some people have little squares, other people have triangle fingerprints. Have you ever looked? I might have made that up. But anyways, it'd be cool if it'd be neat if you did. Yeah. We're using the dinosaur mouth fill color because I used to use green, but I realized they're not vegetables and they should have they have blood in their bodies, so they're going to be red on the interior. Let's not think about that too much. Poor turtles. Do turtles? I think turtles have red blood, right? I should probably look that up. If they have like blue blood, then I gotta fix everything. Somebody go open a turtle's mouth. But here we're seeing the inefficient shading, so I can only do one color at a time, but to do him, I gotta go jump to his layer, scroll down. It's a pain. So, especially when I get to coloring the 4 colors of the buttons on the controllers, jump back and forth 4 times. Really not efficient, but whatever. It's fine. I'm not bitter. And the controllers usually should have 2 D-pads and 2 directional sticks, whatever they're called. But that was too much, and I realized that I can't fit all that, so I'm not going to bother. So they have a cheaper, less featured controller in Turtle World, where you just have the 2 D-pads. D-pads are the one with the arrows, right? I don't know. And getting up around here, you know, I was coloring, saving a lot. I think he's got some kind of a hat with eyeballs on it. Critter crashed at some point. It does that every so random often, and I don't know why. I had been saving fairly frequently. Usually it happens when you're saving and then you start working a little bit, but it's still saving, and then it gets stuck for a half second, and then you try to draw a line, and then you're like, oh, this thing was busy, and I try to do something, it's going down, so I crashed. I brought it back. I only lost this part of the original shading. Actually, this is probably going to repeat. Yeah, this is going to repeat. So, see all this? We're about to lose this. So it crashed right here. And then I'm like, oh no! Whoops! Damn. So, anyways, I started on the left side this time. That's fine. Kind of remembered how the amazing shading job that I was doing looked. And whatever. Yeah, shading is kind of fun. It's very rewarding. This is, again, just a normal layer with a hard light blending mode with sort of a medium gray. I've experimented with a few different intensities of gray. In the early days, too light and you don't see it. It's not enough. Different monitors are also different contrasts, so you got to be careful there. Some people on their laptops with it tilted back don't have much contrast or too much. So I had to darken it a bit, but not so dark that it just really harsh. I don't like the soft blending because, I don't know, I thought it was really cool when I was a beginning artist. Like, wow, I can do this sort of gradated shading, and this is really professional. And I realized later, it looks really amateurish and bad. So I stopped doing it, and I was just very happy with how the hard shading looked. It does make it look cartoony, but it's comic. It's supposed to be cartoony. So for this, it's good. For some of the things that I've drawn, I actually do go back to the sort of different shading, blended shading. But that's when I'm trying to get a more artistic, dramatic feel to it. And I don't generally do it in the comics, but if you can find one that has it, it looks cool. But yeah, I definitely look back at my old art and like realize this is really bad. This is embarrassing. So I'm glad that that's on a different website now and not on neverdot.com. Go to neverdot.com for things, more drawings. I recently started posting on TikTok. If you have TikTok, you can follow me at neverdot, at, just TikTok at neverdot, whatever it is. Just doing drawings of, we got Peter so far and Trevor, or Charlie. I mean, they're the same guy, but they're not the same guy. Trevor's younger, Charlie's older. I draw them identically though, because I needed someone to put in the books, and I couldn't take away the good one. So this is the video game screen cap we're going to use for the screen. Because very timely, everyone's playing this. I have not played this, and I am well aware that the controller he's holding is not appropriate for the game that he's playing, and also the recommendations that he's making. I don't think this game is multiplayer, is it? Maybe it is. Can you do same split screen play? I don't know. I should have probably looked that up, but I just wanted to get Animal Crossing in there because, hey, everyone's going to be like, oh, it's Animal Crossing. And I tried to find a screen cap that wouldn't get me too sued. But I'm sure it's fair use. It's small enough. And here I misaligned those peach bubbles. And that's a confusing panel because I need the baby to speak first and then the dad. So here we have to like cross over the little connector lines because I can't put the text in the right order. Because, well, I have to actually, and that's why it makes it a little confusing, unfortunately. I didn't really know how to work that out. But you guys, the readers, hopefully didn't get too confused. You might have got confused about the mom and dad because like which turns which. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for the Pandemic Weekly chat. I hope to see you guys next week, and also please watch my random other videos that are just purely entertaining and not useful at all. Gaming videos, because I need to recreate too, going insane a little bit sometimes in the house. So just trying to have a little bit of fun playing some of the Steam back catalog that I haven't ever gotten to. Now it's giving me a justification to play it. Thank you guys for watching it, all 2 or 3 of you. Really appreciate it. And yeah, and I need to get back to more of the drawing, so I hope to be doing that. Look for me on TikTok. I will be trying to post another one today, tomorrow. Yeah, they're simple little things, but they're kind of fun. So see you guys next time.